So let's just start with some arm swings across our chest. And we've got kind of a nasty workout today. So as we're doing this, butt tight, belly button drawn in, Kegel, so really focus on that tight position here. Let's go big arm circles backwards. Controlling that pelvis position is going to be key. We talk about that a lot, so butt tight. And as we do these things, try not to let everything kind of go back and forth here. Alright, so let's go big ones forwards. Alright, let's just rotate side to side. And then let's hinge over and rotate side to side there. And as you do this, try and feel weight even on your feet through the center of it and kind of through the whole thing. So very little weight shift, even though your legs are going to be moving around. Alright, let's go ahead and just hop up and down. Same thing, check in, butt tight-ish, belly button's drawn in, Kegel. Just use your arms, the time, and we can get a little kick going. Alright, then let's squat down. We're just gonna wiggle around down here. So we're gonna start with our feet flat on the floor. So try to make sure that ankle stays stacked. All the toes and the heels stay on the ground. And lean as far to your right foot as you can. Drive your knee as far forward as you can as you drive your heel back. And then go to the other side. So I'm going and trying to maximally flex my ankle without my weight shifting too far onto the ball of my foot. It will shift a little bit, but I'm trying to not let my heels come off the ground. We'll just go side to side, kind of whatever feels right to you as far as time goes in each side. Okay, now you can put your hands down if you need. We're gonna keep our chest high. We're gonna go take our knees straight over our toe and then go to the other side. Knees straight over the toe. Never running, doing carries, things like that. You like to make sure that the big toe and all the toes are warmed up. So let's do that a few times, and if it's too much to take, you can always put your hands down. Alright, so now let's get hands on your ankles. We'll stick your butt up in the air. We'll wiggle around. Draw that belly button in. Okay, now we're gonna squat down. Feel that full foot, belly button drawn in, and we're gonna come back up, and then you're gonna work your feet out just a hair. So we're gonna do about 5 to 10 squats as we go down and back up, just try to make them perfect as we work our feet tiny, tiny, tiny bit out each time, working them out into like a ridiculously wide squat stance. As you get wider and wider, pay attention to the weight on the bottom of your feet. Keep everything nice and stacked, nice and stable. So we should be getting close to the ridiculously wide squat, so maybe 1 or 2 more. And once you're there in that wide stance, we're going to squeeze our butt cheeks, draw everything in. We're just going to shove our hips forward. So we kind of go from side to side here. Now we can get our one hand behind the other one, and as we go, we're going to lean backwards and really reach back. As you lean back, make sure the butt cheeks are really squeezed. Alright, now we're just going to trace some semicircles on the ground. And then we're going to Cossack squat. So go as low as you can to one side, keeping that full foot on the ground. It's okay if the other foot kind of rotates up. And we're going to stay low as you go to the other side. We're going to bop back and forth here. Alright, so now we're just going to come back to the middle. Wiggle around just a little bit. We're going to walk our hands out into a push-up position. And we can jump our feet kind of back under us. And we're gonna go ahead and do 3 push-ups. And if 3 push-ups are tough, just drop to the knees. And then we're gonna push into down dog. We're gonna pedal our feet around. Really taking your hands and screwing them into the ground and shoving your head through so we can work that overhead position. Get as much of that hamstring stretch in there as we can. Okay, let's come back to the push-up plank position. Let's go and do 3 more push-ups. And then you can just get down on all 4s. We're just gonna work on warming those shoulders up a little bit more. So on all 4s, I'm gonna take my shoulder and drop it to the back of its socket. Screw my shoulders into the ground through my hands so my elbow pits are forward. And I'm just gonna move those shoulder blades around, but I'm trying to keep my back neutral. So I'm not doing a cat and cow, just trying to keep my back neutral. When my shoulder blades go back, I like to shrug up and push away. Or when they go back, I like to shrug down and push away. So I just like to get a lot of movement in those shoulder blades, especially when we're doing a lot of pressing and pulling. Okay, let's move your right hand a little forward. Take your left hand under. We're gonna thread the needle here. I like to grab the ground and really use it. I push on the ground and like pull, trying to get my chest as high up to the sky as I can. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. All right, let's go ahead and pop up. We're gonna balance on one foot. Feel your full foot on the ground. That butt cheek is tight, belly button's drawn in, nice and tight here. Let's go to the other side. All right, let's go back to that original side. Now what we're gonna do, without our spine moving around, we're gonna knee hug with a flexed foot within the foot. Then we're gonna quad stretch, squeezing that butt cheek and drawing the belly button in before we apply too much pressure. So we don't want us overextending. And we're gonna do that 3 times while balancing. So stay balanced, so we're gonna knee hug. We're gonna quad stretch, but before you put all that tension, flex and get tight, then put some tension in it. We'll do it one more time, knee hug. And whoop, quad stretch. Don't fall over, I almost did. All right, then we'll go to the other side. Same thing, we'll get that balance first. We're gonna knee hug, quad stretch, make sure that butt cheek is flexed. Knee hug, quad stretch, knee hug, quad stretch. All right, so one more little round here. We're not gonna do too much, but let's go ahead and do some jumping jacks. Let's turn that into just hopping. Check in on position, belly button drawn in. We should be able to stay organized here at the pelvis. Breathe down into the diaphragm. While we're moving, we're gonna be carrying things and holding things. Let's use our arms just to get a little higher and find that kipping motion. All right, let's do 10 air squats. Make them perfect. Just feel the full foot. Let's go ahead and pause at the bottom of the next one. I just want you to check in. Weight even on the feet, belly button drawn in, and then we'll stand up and check in here. Weight even on the feet, butt tight, belly button drawn in. And then we'll finish out our 10. Checking in on those positions, pause if you need. All right, let's talk about the workout.